Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of RetroRetakerz. Instead of playing games today, I've spent a good portion of time trying to figure out the story behind Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I think that I have come up with the best, somewhat most logical theory behind the Five Nights at Freddy's theory, somewhat linking both games. So let's just answer the first few questions that people keep asking, or that I keep asking. Who's the marionette? Who's the purple dude? Who's the phone guy? What is it with Golden Freddy? What's that endoskeleton? What do all these minigames mean? Is this game a prequel or a sequel? Many questions will be answered, but some are still left a mystery. Let's start off with the most obvious one. Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel to the original. Now that we got that out of the way, if the checks weren't obvious enough, and the sequence of events happening at the restaurants, like the kidnapped children didn't get it, then, geez, I don't know what to do. But we'll get to that later. Now we get on to the next question. Who is the marionette? Where do they come from? Well, from everything that I've found from the game, here's what I think. I think that the marionette is the crying children from one of the mini-games, and his soul has been cursed to haunt the restaurant. Not just in the second game, but in the first one. From the look of the marionette, the paint on his face looks as if he's crying, and in the minigame, the kid is left outside as everybody gets cake and he cries. And he has possessed the body of the puppet. He also makes an appearance in the first one from one of the hallucinating posters of a crying child seen on the wall. And from what I've figured out, the puppet has supernatural powers because he is the one that gives the characters life. But we'll get to that one last. Now that we got that out of the way, on to the next question. Who is the purple guy? He makes appearances in the mini-games, but little is known about him, or it. But what I've theorized, I think that the purple man, or woman thing, is the former employee talked about as the culprit of the kidnapping of the 6 children dressed as Golden Freddy. Next one, who is the phone guy? From what I've deduced, I think that the phone guy is not just a worker. I think that he is the manager, maybe the CEO of Fazbear Entertainment. From how he sounds in the calls, he sounds very superficial and takes his job very seriously. And listen to how worried he sounds on night 6 when he figures out about the missing children.
Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night.
Many people have thought about, from everything about the purple man from the minigame who killed the kids, is not the phone guy. Let's get that out of the way. And what is it with Golden Freddy? All he is a head in the hallway, and he randomly appears in your room. Well, the employee who got fired came back, used the suit to disguise himself, and lured and kidnapped the 6 children. Or 5. Yeah, 5. Whoops. And one of the kids' souls haunts the suit. That is why he randomly appears in the hallway and in the office. What is that endoskeleton? He never attacks you, but you don't know that when you first see him. I think that the endoskeleton belongs to Golden Freddy, and that the employee who used the suit took out the endoskeleton from the suit. From why it even appear is a mystery. And also a mystery is that he only randomly, on rare occasions, appears after the marionette is out of the box. Now, I think about that is that the employee who took the suit hid the endoskeleton in the toy box. From how it moves and that other stuff is a mystery to me. Now, the one I wanted to talk about the whole video. From everything I've figured out, I think that the best Not so sure. Evidence from this is the Give Life minigame, where you give the dead bodies in the room presents. Then after that, you go back to them and you give them the 4 animatronic masks. Then the game ends. And then it shows from Foxy and he coming out of his hidey hole back to the kids, and then the last time you go out to the kids, the purple man is standing out there, and as the robot runs in, as Foxy runs in, the children are dead. Well, that's my theory about Five Nights at Freddy's game. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or anything you want to share that I missed,